going on, everybody? Welcome back, and today we are going to be exploring the world of work, energy, and power that is contained in a mechanical system. So in the last video we talked about, and I'll go ahead and link it here in the top of the screen, we talked about the basic elements. So let's talk a little bit more about these elements. So our inertia, spring, and dampener elements. The first thing we need to know is we know about potential energy and we know about kinetic. So potential and kinetic. So each of our mechanical systems are going to contain at least one or both. But let's talk about what basic elements actually contain or is able to store these type of energies. And the first one we'll start is potential. So masses can contain potential energy depending on its height. So if we place a mass up high, we're going to be able to store potential energy. And then the springs. So springs are going to be able to store potential energy because let's say if we stretch this spring out, right? And we hold it there. Well, right now, as we hold that spring and we stretch it out, we are holding and storing potential energy. So these are the two basic elements that can store potential energy. But what about kinetic? So in kinetic, inertial elements are the only elements that can store kinetic energy. Because what is kinetic energy? So kinetic energy is 1/2 mass times velocity squared. So we need this mass, which mass is contained in our inertial element. So our mass is the only basic element that can store kinetic energy. And one thing that we often overlook in mathematically modeling some dynamic systems is friction. But one thing we can say is that systems that do not involve friction, they are called conservative. So there you go. So that's the basics of which elements within our mechanical system can store different types of energy and why they can store those types of energy. And as you notice that the only basic element that we did not use is our dampener B. And the reason why is our dampeners actually remove energy. So it can't store any energy, but it takes energy away from the system. And that's kind of how we work to get a stable system. So there you go. That's the basics of work, energy, and power in our mechanical systems. And